Hello everyone and welcome back to Oba's Trending Gist. It is your guy Oba here to serve you the hottest and the most talked about gist in the country. Now I have a question for you. Have you ever seen a political introduction so electrifying, so full of conviction that it literally gets the entire hall of distinguished guests on their feet, jeering like a favorite team just scored a winning goal? Well, that's exactly what happened recently at the Progressive Digital Media Summit. The man with the microphone was none other than popular comedian Seyi Law, and the man he was introducing, President Bola Tinubu. Seyi Law didn't just introduce him, he gave a powerful rundown of what he calls the president's audacious first-year policies. The reaction was massive, but the big question is, does this rousing applause in an event hall reflect the mood on the streets of Nigeria today? We are about to find out. First, let us watch the clip that got everyone talking. So sit back and take a watch.
Please permit me to welcome on stage a man who had come at a time when Nigeria truly needed him. He came, and on the day of his inauguration, he decided to systematically tackle corruption by ending the fuel subsidy. I thought somebody would applaud that. And he decided to float the exchange rate. And for the first time in this nation, the black market and the real market has been unified. He came, and the allocation to the states and local government has hit the highest number in the recent time in Nigeria. He cleared the $7 billion backlog. He has increased our foreign reserve to the tune of 40.1 billion US dollar. And he's taking charge of huge infrastructural projects in Nigeria. The 700-kilometer coastal highway, the 1,000-kilometer Sokoto-Badagry, the $3 billion Eastern Rail Line, the local government financial autonomy, free tuition for the federal technical colleges. Ladies and gentlemen, the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Tinubu, GCFR!
Thank you very much. Please have your seat, and I promise to keep the mandate. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for that rousing introduction. Your Excellencies, Executive Governor.
Wow! Did you see that? The energy in that room was palpable. So let's take a moment to break down what we've just witnessed. First, let's talk about Seyi Law's delivery. He didn't just read a bio. He framed President Tinubu as a man who came when Nigeria truly needed him. He built a narrative of a bold, decisive leader who wasn't afraid to make tough calls from day one. Then he went straight to the jugular. the big ticket items. He listed the removal of the fuel subsidy, and you heard the applause. He mentioned the floating of the exchange rate and unifying the market. More applause. He talked about increased allocation to states, clearing the $7 billion FX backlog, and the massive infrastructural project like the 700-kilometer coastal highway. And the crowd, they ate it up. They didn't just clap politely, they stood up, they cheered, they chanted, "On your mandate we shall stand." It was a full-blown standing ovation. This shows that within the president's camp and among his supporters, there is a very strong belief that these tough decisions are the right ones for the country. This was a progressive summit, so the audience was already sympathetic. Seyi's job was to energize the base, to reinforce their belief, and from what we saw, he succeeded 100%, gave them a highlight reel of what they see as monumental achievements. But, as we all know, a conference hall is not the entire country, and this is where the conversation gets very real and very complex. While the people in that room were jeering for the end of fuel subsidy, millions of Nigeria are groaning under the weight of over 800 naira per litre petrol. Transportation costs have gone through the roof. Food inflation is at an all-time high. The FX unification that was praised is what has seen the naira tumble, wiping out our savings and making life incredibly difficult for the average person and for businesses that rely on imports. So Seyi Law called the president audacious, and he's not wrong. These policies are definitely bold, but audacity can be a double-edged sword. For the government and its supporters, it's about ripping off a band-aid of corruption and inefficiency that has held the country back for decades. They genuinely believe the short-term pain is a necessary sacrifice for long-term gain. However, for millions of citizens, that short-term pain feels like an eternity. They ask, where is the relief? Where are the promised palliative? When will we start seeing this payoff that we've been promised? The jeer for the coastal highway is met with the question, how can I afford to travel on it when I can barely afford to feed my family? This video perfectly captures the two Nigerias we are living in right now. The Nigeria of renewed hope, confident in its economic direction, and the Nigeria of harsh reality, where people are struggling to survive day by day. So, what's my final take? Seyi Law gave a masterclass in political hyping, effectively rallying the president's supporters. The video is a testament to the strong belief within the administration that they are on the right path. But it also highlights a significant disconnect with the lived experiences of many Nigerians. The ultimate test of these audacious policies won't be the applause in the room, but the price of bread in the market and the hope in the eyes of the common man. Will it all pay off in the long run as they believe? Only time will tell. But I want to know what you think. Were you moved by Seyi Law's introduction, or do you think it's out of touch with the realities on the ground? Drop your comments below. Let's have a respectful conversation. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button for more trending gists. This is Oba signing out. See you in the next one.